Previously, in the anime, everything was going well for Makoto. He opened his new store and the business was booming, plus he got 3 new students that joined his class at the academy, 2 of whom were twin sisters named Sif and Yuno Rembrandt. The Rembrandt sister he saved in season 1, but the 3rd student was a suspicious one. Makoto realized it in a single glance and called her over to confront her. She was a demon who sneaked into the human territory, and she's one of the demon general. Makoto had no plans on taking sides in the war and wanted to stay neutral. So Rona shared with Makoto that she came here to investigate the human experiment project that got Makoto's attention, and he told Lime to look into this matter, but when the lead took him over to the backyards of the academy, Lime came across someone. And ever since, Lime never made it back to Makoto, nor can they reach him through telepathically. Aqua heard the last time from him when Lime was near academy, and after that nothing. He was skilled enough to run away from danger, so Shiki thought that Rona must have deceived them. In any case, Makoto decided to search that area, and that's where Lime was captured, but surprisingly, Eva was with him there, so when Lime confronted the person he discovered, he was overwhelmed by its presence. Lime decided to call Makoto, but Root blocked the telepathic connection in the area. So Lime tried to attack him, but he blocked it with his bare hands, and he simply pushed Lime to knock him out, but the Root returns his way and left Lime. There Eva came out to save him, but they got captured by those criminals. Overall, Eva got dragged into this mess as she tried to save Lime, but Lime knew about Eva, and he tells her that he works for Makoto. Eva knew this organization was working with traitors in the academy, but leaving comes first, and Lime tells Eva that he left a mark on Root when he stuck him. So Eva gave him an offer that she could give some info to Makoto that he's looking for in return of saving her from here, and if they destroy the organization, she promised for a reward worth their while. So Lime took out another hidden blade and broke out of the cage, and walking along the way they got to the experiment chamber and saw the human experiment were all real. They were creating chimera from many species to enhance their natural power to use it in a war, so Lime chose to destroy the whole place down, and above them, Shiki and Makoto were searching the area. Shiki sensed a dragon, and Makoto thought it must be Sophia, since she works for demons, so Shiki saw this as a good chance for him to be useful. This time he didn't want anyone to interfere so that he could demonstrate his power, and their Lime comes out there and screwed Shiki's excitement. He informed them there was no dragon in the area, but he did find Eva there. Well, they returned to the store, and Makoto received the report of what happened. So Makoto orders Shiki to inform Rona about this so that she can find something on her own, and in the meantime, he listens to Eva and her rewards. She gave him the information as she promised in return for saving her. The picture she saw Makoto holding, she knew them. Eva knew the man was a noble and the woman was a high-ranking priestess, and they were announced to be married in Kale Neon, a small state in Elysian Kingdom, but they were forced to flee the kingdom before their marriage, because of the invasion. Makoto knew it was the demon invasion 10 years ago, and Eva knew them because she's from Kale Neon herself. At that time, she and her sister barely managed to flee from the demon invasion, but others saw them as cowards and thus they were not permitted to speak their family name. Many harassment took place after that, to the point Eva thought of suicide with her sister, but she knew that's not the right option. So she chose to join hands with the organization to reclaim her land. They are the faction that opposes the goddess and have tech that makes them powerful. So she wanted to investigate them first before making a deal, but at that time, she ran into Lime and the rest happened, so Makoto promised to keep her out of harm, but then he sensed a dangerous presence, so Tomo and Mio came out to confront it, and it was the same guy who kicked Lime out. He claims he's the leader of the Adventurers Guild, and he wanted to talk to Makoto. He tells Makoto that the goddess's attention has been diverted right now from him, so Makoto asked him who he was, but just as Root was about to introduce himself, Tomo told Makoto he's the greatest dragon named Banshok. He's also known as Luto or the Undefeated, but Luto was displeased by Tomo's behavior, but she didn't care as she serves Makoto now, so Luto promised Makoto that he won't deceive him, but Tomo gets on guard, because Luto was a woman in reality, but he got rid of it and took the form of a man. She is already an experienced one, and she knew Makoto is a pure one, so Luto promised to make him fall for her or maybe with he. That gives Makoto a creepy vibe from him and Mio came in. Luto confessed he tried to seduce Makoto, so that calls for the dragon hunting time from the waifus. Although the reason was different, Makoto joins them because Luto is dangerous in the end. But Luto calms everyone down and promises he just wants to talk as he's the real guild leader. As for Shiki, he told this to Rona, and she goes off to investigate in her own way, and Luto. He tells Makoto that he made the Adventurers Guild 1,000 years ago when he met his master. He taught Luto about the guild, and over the years he spreads the guild tech to help in communication, and shows the level of the adventurers. Level was the concept used in games. It's because the humans were growing rapidly as they got Goddess's blessing. So the level system makes the adventurers aim for higher level, and as they get greedy for power, they gets destroyed by their own desires. That is how guild ensures the population in check. But Makoto noticed that a 1,000-year man taught him about level and stuff. That's a messed up time rift, so Luto goes from square one to explain to him, but to thin out the explanation, that time works differently here than on Earth. Makoto wondered if he could go back to his world or not, so Luto cleared up that it's 1 in a 10 million chance, so that was it for him. Luto wanted to go home and Tomo sees him out. Mio was sound asleep, and Tomo was worried Makoto would return back, but Luto doesn't think that way, because, like other heroes, Makoto has two choices: accept this world or return. Other heroes accepted their new world, but if Makoto is unable to choose either, that makes a new option for him, that is to travel between worlds after becoming the supreme being, that one terrifying possibility Makoto has. But sadly, that's where episode 9 comes to an end. But stay tuned to watch the upcoming episodes, and if you haven't watched previous episode then go to my channel's playlist section, and chose the playlist named Moonlight Fantasy Season 2. Till then, take care.